Hello. So today I'm going to be talking about two different websites. I'm going to be talking about Tada.today and then Sisense.com. Tada, also known as Tada Cognitive Solutions, is a data analytic business intelligence software company. Sisense as well. Sisense is just one of the competitors of Tada. The reason I chose Tada is I worked with them this summer, and I know everyone from the salespeople to the CEO of the company. And Sisense is one of their big competitors, so I thought it would be interesting to compare their websites, especially since how when I worked there, I sat with the next to the web developers and kind of understood a little bit of their process. So this website here is Tada. So it's a little laggy at the moment, but it's a pretty basic website. I mean, the background video is very nice. It's kind of unique. Um, but it's their website's very straightforward, and I would use the word bare bones. There's not a whole lot of content. Like here's some videos. I'm actually in that video. um, but yeah, so this their website basically just gives a general overview. Nothing really pops out a whole lot for me besides this main video. If you go to the industries, you can see how their product fits into other industries, like what their platform's about, and then just different things like that. Very basic. So moving to Sisense.com. So like I said, Sisense is a data analytic business intelligence software company that is one of the big competitors of Tada and one of the bigger companies in the industry at the moment. So Sisense website is packed full of information. So I mean, right off the bat, you see why Sisense, why we should choose them. Um, Platform as well, solutions. They even have a demo tab where you can request a demo of how their product works and how it would work into your company or industry. There's also a lot of resources like ebooks, webinars, brochures. So there's a whole section just devoted to learning how their product works. Because to be honest, products for both Tada and Sisense are extremely complex. It took me the entire summer just to kind of understand what their products were. So there's a lot of learning that goes into it. So in Sisense's website, it's packed full of information. There's these nice graphics. It's very professional. Um, but there's, like I said, just a lot of content compared to Tada, where it is just not a whole lot. Um, so one of the things that makes Tada unique, I would say, as far as their website, is this background video. It's very interesting. It shows kind of some of the different industries it could be used in, but it's also kind of it's cool because like the video is going like backwards and like there's two they're coming together. Um, with Sisense, as far as uniqueness, um, I would say that like it's very unique in that like the resources they have so many resources, and also not a lot of companies tend to use the color yellow. It sounds weird, but um, not very many companies use it. They usually stick to a blue or a shade of blue. I mean, not always, but typically that's more like friendly per se. Like it's more attractive to a customer. It seems safe, so to speak. Um, so moving on to the built with. So we're going to look at Tada. Tada.today is the actual IRL. Um, they use for analytics they use HubSpot. I used HubSpot when I worked there. It's it's okay. It's not my favorite thing to work with. Um, for widgets, Google Font API. That's pretty API. Excuse me. Pretty standard. Wix Pro Gallery. Yeah. Um, some different things when it comes to content delivery. They have some mobile support. So their content manager system is Wix. Like I said, I sat next to the guys who did a lot of web design as well as graphic design, and Wix was what they were using. Which before I really knew a whole lot about web design, I was like, "You're not raw coding," but it makes sense. Um, just different things on here. but Wix is how they made it. Advertising, they have a couple different ones: DoubleClick.net, Simplify. Um, Web hosting providers: Google, Google Cloud, Squarespace. Yeah, and then different email hosting providers, SSL certificates. There's not a lot here. Like I said, the website's pretty bare bones as far as information and content on there. It's pretty basic. I should mention that Tada was started in 2016, where Sisense, I don't know the exact year, but I know it was definitely started before. So moving on to the built with Sisense.com. So Sisense, so for analytics, they use Marketo, I should say, and then a whole bunch of different ones. I believe Sisense is actually one of Sisense's products. Sisense on their website actually advertises like their specific products for specific industries or like levels per se. Tada, it's like you just they don't list the products. They simply just like, if you're interested, email us. We'll get you the information. So yeah, Google conversion tracking, Google Analytics, very standard. Twitter analytics, all the different social media insights and analytics. Nothing super special there, but that's what a lot of the larger websites use. Marketo as well, again. Yep, Google Font API, saw that in Tada as well. That's pretty typical. They use Unsplash as well, free photo service. What's interesting on here is their languages. So they actually have it in German, French, English, and Japanese, which I thought was really interesting. I feel like I'm German, French, English, pretty standard. Didn't expect to see Japanese. And that's another thing to note about Tada. We didn't see any language like translations. It's just in English. So frameworks, Citrix, pretty standard. Same with their cloud delivery network. Yep, and then they have some mobile stuff. This is the same stuff that's had. Audio, video, media, YouTube. So they use their content manager system is WordPress. Tada uses Wix. I mean, we've talked about Wix and WordPress in class. We've seen the differences. Personally, I like Wix better. It's easier to work with, but there's some restrictions. WordPress, we've discussed the advantages and disadvantages to it before. Yeah, so there's a whole bunch of different stuff. There's a lot more on Sisense's website than there is with Tada. Advertising on Sisense, Google remarketing, DoubleClick.net. Tada had that as well. But there's a whole lot of different ones. They have Twitter ads, LinkedIn ads, ClickSees, Beeswax, all sorts of different like advertising fronts. Different email hosting providers as well. There's a lot more here. SSL certificates, that's pretty standard. Web hosting providers, Cloudflare hosting, and then name server, Cloudflare DNS. Web servers, they use Apache. Yeah, this is pretty standard. They actually have the verified CDN, which is the Amazon CloudFront, which is interesting. Yeah, so this is but Sisense definitely has a lot more integrated with their website compared to Tada. But so like I would say the big differences: Tada very bare bones, like I said. Sisense much more content, much more information, much more use. They are a bigger company, of course. Their sales are much higher. They have more clients. They have more employees. So the main thing I didn't touch on. So the main call to action for Tada is to request information. We see it here. This is the big one. Request a demo as well. This is how you get into contact. And then same with Sisense. The big one is to basically just email them and say, hey, we're interested in your product. Let's get together. Let's talk about this. So that's the big one. I'm trying to see if there's anything I missed in this last 15 seconds. No, but like I said, that's it. So thank you for watching.